Oh, it's the,
White Clouds.
been waiting for this one. Gilbert will be in this one.
Rain Moon. Tower of Black Winds.
Sylvain's brother. Yeah.
The ceaseless rains that satiate the verdant landscape of Fodlan are accompanied by fierce winds and mighty roars of thunder. This abundance of rain, sparkling as it falls against beams of emerging sunlight, is a constant reminder
That sounds beautiful.
Fodlan that nature is ever wild and unpredictable. For when the rain finally does take pause, the clouds part and give way to a glorious rainbow.
Yep. New places, fantastic. Not quite sure what hasn't opened yet. The dorms?
I have a new mission for you, Professor.
Of course.
I would like for you to take your students into Kingdom territory to eliminate some thieves.
Right.
They stole a hero's relic from House Gautier of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus, the Lance of Ruin. Their leader's name is Miklan. He is apparently a disowned son of House Gautier.
I don't remember if we know why he was disowned. Was it just because he didn't have the crest to make way for Sylvain to inherit the house without any possible contention? Why was he disowned?
I believe it had something to do with his lack of a crest. Such happenings are fairly common within the kingdom.
Yeah.
The Crestless cannot unleash the goddess's power even if they possess a relic. Nonetheless, they are still capable of simply wielding those weapons.
Well, not without drastic consequences.
The hero's relics are immensely powerful weapons. We must meet this threat with adequate force. Unfortunately, most of the Knights of Seiros are away from the monastery, purging the apostates of the Western Church.
That's fine. I have, some words I'd like to have with a certain somebody.
So we are entrusting you with this mission. After all, you wield the Sword of the Creator, which is more than capable of opposing any relic.
The Sword of the Creator is a powerful weapon well beyond the other relics. You
Yeah.
have nothing to fear.
Makes sense considering who it's made from.
However, to ensure that no harm comes to the students, we will also send the monastery's most skilled individuals to aid you.
Or at least, well, one. Actually, no, that's right. They did send a few extra knights as well. Nameless ones. But yeah, one main knight.
I must remind you that you are expected to conduct yourself in a manner befitting the wielder of that holy sword.
Luckily, I do remember the ambush locations.
Also,
We'll see if
you
I can
should know
deal
that
with them.
Professor Hanneman has been looking for you.
Without a reset this time.
I heard about our mission for this month. So, we are to eradicate thieves in Kingdom territory.
That we are, Dimitri.
I'm sorry for dragging you into the Kingdom's petty squabbles. This should not be your burden to bear, but my own.
Well, in a sense, it is your burden to bear. I'm just helping you out. As your professor. And maybe a little bit of a friend, I don't know. Someday. We'll get there. I'm happy to help.
Thank you, Professor. Hearing you say that puts my mind at ease.
What?
Your Highness? Ah, it's been
Oh.
ages.
I certainly did not expect to see Rodrigue.
It's been a long time. 2 years, if I'm not mistaken.
That would have been when his son was killed, right? In the Dusker tragedy.
Indeed, Your Highness. You've grown so much in those years.
At least I
hardly
presume.
recognize you.
A friend of yours?
This is Rodrigue, an old friend of my father's. I believe I've mentioned him, if you recall.
Yes. Felix's father. Don't let Felix know you're here. He might, you know. It just won't go well for anyone.
When my father died 4 years ago, he looked after me as though I were his own son.
You flatter me, Your Highness. It was my honor to care for such a fine young man. It's nice to finally meet you, Professor. My son, Felix, has mentioned you on occasion.
I'm actually kind of surprised he talks to you.
What brings you to the monastery, Rodrigue? Is it the thieves plaguing the kingdom?
Yeah, do tell. This is a diversion from any of the previous routes. So this is interesting.
I'm afraid so. This is not merely a problem for House Gautier, but for everyone.
In what way?
The thieves have set up their headquarters in Fraldarius territory.
Oh.
And are mercilessly pillaging the villagers of that area.
So, directly your concern. Makes sense.
You have our full support in stopping those dastards. I thank you for your help, both of you.
Are you what kind of support are you lending?
Good of you to come, Professor. I've heard much
Or are
about
you, just offering kind words, not material support? I guess we'll see.
Specifically, that you are able to awaken the sword of the Creator's power. Thusly, it seems the true nature of your crest has been uncovered.
That it has.
I had, of course, seen your crest before. However, at first, I failed to recognize its true nature.
Right, I mean, it's not one you see often. And by often, I mean you only ever would see it in like a book or something.
Eventually, it dawned on me that what is visible is perhaps merely a small part of a greater whole. In other words, your crest is too significant to be detected when using normal instruments. That's right. After this discovery, I began researching crests that might fit that description, which allowed for a temporary hypothesis. However, I could not be certain. The crest my conclusions led me to was far too unusual.
The Crest of Flames.
A crest thought to have disappeared from this world in the millennium since the fall of Nemesis, the King of Liberation.
I mean, to be fair, it did disappear. Well, it disappeared from any bloodline.
The Crest of Flames. That is what you possess.
Actually, that's an interesting question. Is this one special in that it cannot be passed down by bloodline? Like, if Byleth is to have a kid, would they have a chance of inheriting the Crest of Flames? Or is it special and must, be implanted? Or actually, no, Rhea implanted the crest stone in you. You didn't inherit the crest, though, from your mother, did you? I can't quite remember.
Your ability to wield the sword of the Creator has unequivocally proven my hypothesis.
It's very possible, though, that implanting the crest stone in her effectively gave her the crest as well.
A legendary power, dormant since time immemorial, and now resurrected. There can be no doubt that this ancient power resides within you.
Yes, it does. Now let's go kick some ass. Whose birthday? Manuela. Let's just settle for flowers.
Thank you.
Annette? Ooh, is this one of her singing ones?
I'm so sorry, Professor.
No, it's not.
I somehow overslept and missed our training session.
Don't worry about it, Annette. Sleeping is important. If you of all people are oversleeping, that just means you weren't getting enough of it.
I didn't mean to cause you and the others so much trouble. Imagine if that had happened during one of our missions. It really is inexcusable.
This means you need to take more breaks. You need to rest more.
It's just, when I'm studying tactics, I lose track of time and...
Yeah, I get you. I do it all the time too. But, still need to rest.
Oh, who am I kidding? I've always been like this. Before I came to the Officers Academy, I was a student at the School of Sorcery in Ferdiad.
That's right. I forget you had some of the other people here, some of the other students were classmates. I forget which ones. Was Mercy one of them?
Even back then, I was pulling all-nighters well before the exams.
I think someone from the Empire was. Dorothea? No.
And I never even noticed I was harming myself. I'm just too focused on my goal.
Yeah.
I know I've already told you this, but I really love to learn new things.
I love that in you.
It's a passion of sorts. I first realized I had the learning bug when I was about 4 or 5 years old. My father was so happy to see me using magic.
I bet he was.
Seeing him happy made me happy too. And that made me want to work even harder.
Still want to know why he left you.
If only things could have stayed like that.
What do you mean?
When I was about 13, my father left home.
Yeah.
He was a devout man, so I figured he'd gone to the monastery.
We'll get to the bottom of it. In fact, we're about to meet him.
That's why I went to the School of Sorcery, so that I could eventually get accepted at the Officers' Academy.
To find your father.
I studied harder than ever, and sure enough, I finally earned a referral. Unfortunately, my passion for learning became more of an obsession. I got so focused, I kind of forgot how to relax.
Well, as soon as the spa opens, that'll be a good first step towards relaxation.
Feels like I've been running in circles ever since.
Rest is just as important as work. Yeah, she is impressive just as she is, but I don't want her harming herself. Rest is just as important.
That's true. Just look at today. If my hard work stops me from working hard, what good is it?
Exactly.
Okay, it's decided. From now on, I'll try my best not to try my best.
Still just always adorable. You have my support.
Yay! With you on my side, I'm sure I'll succeed.
Oh. Yep, if you come to class and you're falling asleep, I'll have to send you to bed. Or something.
From now on, if you see me going overboard, just let me know. I'm a new woman after all.
I'll be sure to do that, Annette. She's always so sweet. So wholesome. Okay. You have allies who can take the intermediate exams. Someone was over level 10 already? Oh, Dimitri. In that case, I believe, yep, he did max out soldier. I guess he can become a cavalier. Right, yeah, cavalier. This one's paladin. Or no. As cool as Lord looks, I don't think I've had any of them become a Lord. Which is interesting. What does Charm do? Adjacent allies deal 3 extra damage during combat. And then this one is just Canto, yeah. I forget what the mastery of each one was. Or do I even know the mastery of Lord? But I definitely want it to be one of those. Of course, since this one isn't even an option right now. Of course, I could get it. I could train up his sword just a little bit. Easily get it to D+, I think. Yeah, by the end of the month. I should double check what Cavalier's promotion is. Or mastery is. Just looking at it, because Dimitri, I think there's going to be a special class for Dimitri after the time skip, but obviously Dedu's going to probably become an armored knight or something. Felix will be a mortal savant. Ash will be a sniper or maybe a bow knight, though I have grown to love the sniper's ability. Then Sylvain, Dark Knight, Gremory, a Falcon Knight. And then like a Valkyrie or something. Okay. Looks like we have a bunch of supports. Let's start with Dedue and Felix, how about?
Hold a moment, dog.
Oh geez. Well, that's not very nice.
Are you speaking to me?
Unfortunately, I think he is.
I don't see anyone else here, do you? You're that boar's lapdog.
That's, not exactly how I'd put it. He's more like the boar's shield.
Do not mock His Highness.
Yep. And just like, it is just like Dedue to, worry less about Felix's mocking of him rather than Dimitri's. What is it about Dimitri that you really so hate? I mean, I know you say he has a dark side, but what did he do to you or your family? I wonder if it's because of how your father took him in and treated him as a son even after his own son died.
Spoken like a good pet. Why do you follow him with such devotion? Do you really think a man like that is worth it?
I think he does, otherwise he wouldn't.
Fargus destroyed my homeland.
Yeah.
Burned it all to the ground. Slaughtered my people.
And yet, he's completely devoted to Dimitri.
The punishment of Dusker.
So that's another name for it. Is that after the tragedy of Dusker?
My father, my mother, my sibling.
Or is it the tragedy of Dusker?
We received no aid, no respite. Fargus murdered our dignity and torched our pride. His Highness is different.
What did he do? I mean, I know he took you in somehow.
He is the only one who sees my people as human. He risked his life to save mine, and it is thanks to him that I no longer wish for death.
Damn.
That's what we call blind obedience.
Not quite. Doesn't sound blind, necessarily.
Tell me, would you give your life for him?
Yes.
I know that is very true. I've seen it happen repeatedly.
And what if he commanded you to join him in a senseless massacre?
What answer to do?
I would do it.
Oh, shit.
Even a massacre of children, or the elderly, or your own comrades?
Without hesitation.
Damn. That, now I would say the blind. Blind is a proper way to describe that loyalty at this point.
You have misunderstood me. I am the sword and shield of His Highness. Weapons do not have a will of their own.
Blind obedience. You're right. I did misunderstand. I shouldn't have called you a lapdog.
I think we'll have something a little more biting.
You're a rabid cur.
Yeah.
You and the Boar Prince make quite a team. Two crazed animals.
Are you convinced that Dimitri would order such a massacre, though?
I warned you not to mock His Highness. I am aware you have a history of friendship with him, but one more word.
I've said my piece. Scamper back to your master.
Damn, Felix. Just remember, I don't think you can even harm Dedue. If he just stands there, he'll have like 20-ish defense, higher than your strength. That was interesting. Jeez, Ash. Holy cow. Alright, Ash and Ingrid.
Hi there, Ash. Here to do some reading as well, I take it?
Ash is always studying. Oh, he's reading. He's got his nose in a book. Probably can't hear you. He's in his own little world.
Huh, Ingrid, you gave me a start. How long have you been standing there?
Like 10 seconds.
Not too long. Apologies for startling you. Must be a great book for you to be so deeply engrossed in it. What has you so captivated?
You know, we never see them sitting in this library to read. They always stand.
Oh, it's quite an
This
old
table,
book.
chairs
One
are
of
right
the
over
really
there.
Old legends of Fargus.
Which one? The one about, shoot, I'm forgetting his name. Lug? I think it was Lug.
Aha! It must be the Sword of Kaifon then, yes?
Oh, so you know it.
The Sword of Kaifon.
Oh yes. I know it quite well. I read it often as a child. In fact, I read it so much that my personal copy fell apart. I
Oh,
brought it everywhere with me. I adore that book.
that's cool.
The tale of the warrior Kaifon, whose devotion and loyalty enabled his best friend Luke to
Oh.
become king. He went to great lengths to see things through.
I guess indirectly it is about Lug.
Exactly. I love the image of him charging forward into the fray, ready to take on any obstacle in the name of his king.
Ash is one of the few people who's perhaps just about as wholesome as Annette.
Indeed, he was the very picture of the perfect knight. In my opinion, the best chapter is right around the middle of the book.
No spoilers now, Ingrid. Haven't read it yet.
Ah, the part about the war of the eagle and lion? That's my favorite part.
And now they're gonna be talking for hours, aren't they?
In a flash, Kaifon's sword flew from its scabbard. The knight parried the assassin's blade mere inches from the spine of his king.
Ow. Inches from the spine, yikes.
Kaifon's blade hummed like the wind, slashing the enemy's throat. In mere moments, their forces lay vanquished, decimated by his mighty blows.
I even have it memorized.
I can recite the entirety of it if you like.
Of the entire book? Or the entirety of the middle passage?
I never grow weary of that tale, the pinnacle of knighthood, with all its struggles and glory.
She is the Lady Knight after all. I think that was her title.
I know just what you mean. I never get tired of it.
Actually, that might have been not her title, but the name of her, ability that everyone has.
Some people laugh at me for reading these old tales, but I'll never outgrow them. I'm glad to find someone who shares my enthusiasm.
It's always nice to find people who enjoy the same things you do.
I'm glad of it as well.
You can talk passionately about them with it, or about it with them.
Tell me, what other books do you enjoy, Ash?
Well, the first one I ever read was Lug and the Maiden of Wind.
A romance?
You have fantastic taste. That story is another favorite. The final chapter makes me tear up every time.
I know. When I first read it, I just couldn't get that ending out of my head.
Man, now I don't want to read all these books. Getting me excited.
It seems we have much in common.
Their
I look forward to chatting again sometime.
enthusiasm is contagious.
I'd love to. Yes, let's.
Yeah. I want to see you both geek out about these books more. That was nice. Let's do Yuri next. Yuri and Ingrid, how about?
Yes, it's decided. This meat is the best meat.
What is it?
The other inn has pretty great offerings as well.
This is a new background, I think. Don't leave me hanging though. What is it?
If it isn't Ingrid. What are you up to in a place like this?
Surveying the meat, apparently. Is this some sort of guilty hobby of yours, Ingrid?
Yuri, I could ask you the same.
I'm just out to send a little money to my family. Gotta help however I can, you know?
Of course.
Oh, that's very nice of you. Forgive my tone earlier. You truly set a noble example.
Yeah, Yuri, despite what he likes to pretend, is quite noble.
Right. Anyhow, looked like I interrupted you. You nearly choked on that wad of meat you were gnawing on.
Smaller bites, Ingrid. I don't need you choking off the battlefield. I don't need you choking on the battlefield either, but...
Right. That is true, I suppose. You know, I
don't see why you're embarrassed, Ingrid, but it is adorable.
What is it you're mumbling about?
Oh, nothing. Anyway, you once worked for House Rowe, didn't you?
That is right.
4 years ago, when I visited Count Rowe at his castle, I swore I saw you by his side.
Quite the sharp memory you have. You aren't mistaken. I was staying there then, yes. I had been adopted by the Count.
That's right.
Oh? Come to think of it, I thought I'd heard something like that.
And you are a master of deflection there, Ingrid.
That the Count had adopted a distant relative of his. A young man whose future was both bright and promising. So, that was you?
Seems he's already forgotten all about the meat that you were gnawing on and nearly choking on.
Yep. Although now, I'm nothing more than a distant stranger to him. Our ties were severed a while ago.
That's right.
He helped me out by getting me into the academy. It wasn't long after that we started having all sorts of disagreements.
I don't think I've ever actually learned what they were, what the falling out was about.
What the hell were you doing visiting House Rowe anyhow?
Yes. That. How to put it? It was to help clean up after a friend.
Oh, you were cleaning up after Sylvain, weren't you?
Ah, you speak of Sylvain. That must have been quite the mess you were cleaning up.
Oh, most certainly.
Back to the point. What are you doing out here? Do you frequent this area often?
Oh, it sounds like she samples a bunch of different places, seeking the perfect meal.
Mind your business, won't you? I just like to go for walks, get fresh air, that sort of thing.
You're inside, Ingrid. It's not fresh air.
Easy now. I'm not interrogating you.
I mean, you quite literally are, but...
Really, I just wanted to warn you that it isn't so safe here in the evenings. You'll want to be on your guard.
Ingrid can take care of herself, I think.
I thank you for your concern, but I assure you I can handle myself.
Noted. Oh yeah, the innkeeper also wanted me to thank you.
For being such a wonderful customer?
He wanted to thank you for being such an enthusiast for the food he sells. Seemed pretty happy about it.
Is that so?
Oh.
How very...
It's very nice of him.
Well, I'd better be off.
I really don't understand what your embarrassment is about, Ingrid.
Seems she doesn't want anyone seeing her with a face full of food.
I guess not. Interesting. Yeah, no, I don't get it.
Too late.
It is fun to see her flushed, though. That was the only one for Yuri. Let's go Sylvain and Mercy.
Mercedes, you look divine as always. Are you off to pray?
Probably.
Oh, hello, Sylvain. I was just on my way to pray. How did you guess?
Who was the trio? It's Ingrid, Sylvain. Mercy is Annette's friend. Was Felix the third in the group? I think it was Felix.
Well, because I've been watching your lovely...
Oh, I get it. You're the type who's always looking at girls, aren't you?
Yep, you got him pegged.
I won't lie, I do enjoy beholding women. But I don't mean it like that with you. I know I sound like a dope. I think you're special.
Well, she is very special.
Oh, really?
But,
You think I'm so clumsy that I need someone to watch over me.
Yeah.
Is that why you can't take your eyes off me?
Mercy is going to destroy you. It's always fun to... Mercy's... She's so nice, but she's so capable of verbally castrating people.
You're beautiful, and I mean that. You're... how can I put it without sounding even worse? Okay, here goes. I want to get to know you better. As friends, I mean.
I don't know where to begin.
Well, what's something you like?
I like to pray. I've been praying regularly since I was a child.
You grew up in the Empire, didn't you?
Yeah, she did. Well, part of her childhood at least.
That's right. I was raised in House Bartels.
Bartels was the second house.
Bartels? I
Yep.
thought you were born to House Martreats.
Yeah.
It's a complicated story.
Very.
I'm not sure that it's a very interesting one, but
Oh, it is
I'm
actually,
happy to
but
share it with you.
it is an interesting story. But it is very also complicated. You probably have the most complicated past. Or it's at least in the running.
I don't mean to be nosy, if it's too personal.
Oh no, I don't mind. I wasn't trying to hide anything from you. House Martreats fell shortly before I was born.
Yeah.
Oh.
Right, so she didn't actually grow up in House Martreats.
My father passed away while my mother was still pregnant with me, so she had nowhere to go.
And was taken in by, well, a prick.
After I was born, my mother ended up marrying the head of House Bartels. Shortly after, my mother bore a true Bartels child who bore a crest. She and I were treated as though we were no longer useful to the family after
Like
that.
I said, a prick.
You think the Bartels were just using her to secure a crest?
Oh, yeah.
They must have been. My mother and I were removed from the family and forced to flee to a church in the kingdom.
That's actually something I think Sylvain would particularly empathize with, considering his own views on the subject.
I abandoned the
And his own
Bartels
fears
name
about
and
being
took up our
used for
old
his
family
crest.
name again.
So you grew up in a church. Okay, it makes more sense now why you're praying all the time.
Yes, oh, praying! I forgot that I was on my way to pray.
Right, and I interrupted you. Well, see you around, Mercedes.
You came in a little rough, but I think you stuck the landing there, Sylvain. You didn't crash and burn at the end.
Yes, see you.
So, good job.
House Bartels wanted a crest, and ruined other people's lives to get one. These idiots are all the same.
Actually makes me wonder what their full fortune is like. Maybe it's a... Maybe they go well together, I don't know. I forget who I had Sylvain end up with in Golden Deer. Let's go Annette and Felix.
Today's dinner is steak and then a cake that's yummy yum. Now it's time to fill my tummy tummy tum.
Yes. Let's do it again. Let's do it again.
Today's dinner is steak and then a cake that's yummy yum. Now it's time to fill my tummy tummy tum.
Oh, the steak does sound great. And then cake after. Oh, yummy. Yummy yum. God, I love Annette.
Oh, this mountain of sweets and treats that I long to eat. Oh, stacks of steaks and cakes and crumbs and yums.
Oh my God. Oh. That look.
I hope I'm not interrupting.
You are? Now she's not going to finish her song. Damn it, Felix. I'll never forgive you for this.
Felix, you weren't listening, were you?
Don't worry, Annette. Your song's amazing.
I heard enough to know that you're hungry.
No, I mean, well, yes. At least tell me you didn't see the dance.
I wish I did, but unfortunately I couldn't. I mean, it's steak and cake. Just sounds like such a great meal. I can understand your desire to sing.
You have nice footwork. Get something to eat. I can take over watering the plants.
That's nice of you, Felix. And not, making her feel bad or embarrassed, well, any more than you did it by walking up to her. Just stare. Stare.
You're evil, Felix!
Damn.
And you're shouting.
You can't just spy on people while they're singing without even saying anything. It's not right.
Oh.
I actually did call out that I was coming in. It's not my fault you didn't hear.
Oh, well.
Well, you need to speak louder then. Ugh, this is so embarrassing.
Don't worry, Annette. I love your song.
And of course I was singing some silly food song I made up. I should have been singing about bears or swamp beasties.
And the angrier she gets, the more adorable.
I didn't realize there were songs about bears and swamp beasties.
No, Felix, were you not paying attention? She would make it up. Annette only sings her own original songs.
That food song seemed to be close to your heart. Your stomach isn't far from your heart, after all.
That's a bit clumsy.
Oh, you are the worst!
Oh.
Huh. What was that about?
Oh, that was amazing, is what that was.
I better water these plants. Wouldn't want them to get thirsty, or they might start singing too.
This is one of the great C ranks. I look forward to more. Let's go. Dimitri and Ash.
This tent is torn. Can you please fix this one first, Ash?
What tent?
Absolutely.
And Ash, you know how to patch a tent?
Sorry. I should probably take care of it myself, but we'd be here until sundown if I...
No problem at all. I've had lots of practice with things like this. Happy to help however I can.
Or is it more like a general sewing ability?
Oh. Well, thanks. Actually, I'll fetch you something to make the job less of a burden. You like sweet things, right?
Don't we all? Does seem like basically everyone in this game loves sweets.
Well, yes. Sorry, no. I can't ask you to do that.
Ash, I told you, there's no need to act like that.
I can't have someone from the royal family running errands for me. It doesn't feel right.
He's offering, Ash.
I really don't mind, so you needn't worry about that. And while I'm being candid, I'd prefer it if you didn't speak so formally to me. We're supposed to be allies. We fought side by side as equals, haven't we?
Well, at least equal combatants.
I know, but to commoners like me, you're royalty.
Yeah, it's not something that's easy to overcome, I imagine.
Regular folks normally only lay eyes on someone like you once or twice in their whole lives.
And here you are in a class with them. Fellow students, peers even.
I understand, I really do. When I ascend the throne, perhaps I should do a tour of each city.
Yeah. Dimitri goes on tour. We need a bus. Maybe have an album set up. I don't know.
What? No, that's not what I meant.
I'm at a loss. I wish to make things better, but I seem to only upset you more and more. That is certainly not my intention. Perhaps I should leave you be and take care of our shopping.
No. It's also you doing errands for him. I don't think he'll like that.
Please, I promise I'll go myself just as soon as I finished with the tent.
Ash, enough. Okay. I have a question. Answer me this.
You could always try to order him to let you shop for him. I wonder if that would work. Like a loophole.
I don't normally eat sweets. So what would you recommend?
Oh, well, if price isn't a concern for you, then you should go for the sugar candies. The ones they make in town are really delightful.
You sneaky devil there, Dimitri. Tricked him into giving you the answer.
Oh, Your Highness, please, you mustn't.
Too late, Ash.
Got it. Sugar candies it is. I'll go and fetch some.
Your Highness, please come back. I'm so sorry. I'll make sure these repairs get done.
Oh, Ash. You don't have to feel so down about it. It's really apparently no trouble. Mercy and... I guess let's just do Mercy and Felix next.
Here you go, Felix. Have some tea.
Tea. And what about cake or cookies or sweets of some sort?
Oh.
Turn her around when she's talking to you, Felix. It's rude.
Sorry, but we're all out of cakes. Should I bake some more?
That's too bad. But nah, that would take forever. Just enjoy your tea.
Please, don't.
Felix.
Oh, your clothes are so dirty. Let me wash them for you.
Mercedes, what's wrong with you?
Nothing.
There's nothing wrong with me. I'm just making tea. Is there something wrong with that?
You're not my mother. You don't have to bother with all this. I can do without it.
Yeah, I figured it might have something to do with her acting motherly.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to be rude.
No, you did nothing wrong, Mercy.
You just remind me so much of my little brother.
Oh, Emil. They have a little more in common than you might think, actually. I mean, he is obsessed with fighting strong people. The difference being that I don't think he's obsessed with necessarily killing strong people. Or dying by strong people.
I do?
That's a look.
Yes, his name is Emil. We have different fathers, but we grew up in the same household.
Yep.
That is, until I was about 8 or 9 years old. I haven't seen him since then.
Well, actually you have.
Sorry to state the obvious, but I'm not your brother. I'm not Emil.
Felix, it's okay, you don't have to be rude.
Can't you find someone else to bother?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'll leave you alone.
Bit of a loner. A lone wolf. Actually, wasn't that the name of his ability?
Please help yourself to more tea if you'd like. I can leave the pot. Goodbye.
Aw, poor Mercedes. Just trying to be nice.
I am me, Felix Hugo Fraldarius. There is no one else.
What's your middle name? Hugo. Felix Hugo Fraldarius.
Brother.
Oof. Ooh. Ooh. Ouch. Yeah. Felix has some complicated emotions to work out. In the meantime, let's do Ingrid and Mercy.
Nightfall? Already? Suppose I'd better wrap up.
Wrap what up? Training?
Good work with your training today, Ingrid. Here's something to wipe up the sweat.
Whoa, Mercedes. Hi. Hello. How long have you been... Thank you.
Well, she's been here pretty much the whole time, Ingrid.
You're very welcome. I've been here
By
since
the looks
you
of
started.
it. Yeah, see.
Not long. Huh. Well, my apologies for not having noticed you. I get so caught up in training, you know.
She was also standing like 5 feet away.
But why are you here? I can't imagine it was too terribly interesting watching me.
I disagree. I just couldn't help but admire your training technique. I have to say, you are very impressive. I'm nowhere near as graceful as you.
With martial weapons, perhaps, but you have your own amazing abilities, Mercy.
Graceful? I wouldn't say that, but thank you.
Not one for compliments, huh, Ingrid?
If I'm to be honest,
Or is embarrassed
I'm the
by...
one who admires you.
Don't we all, though? Mercy's wonderful.
Goodness me? How so?
You're always so put together. You hold yourself with such poise and have such a keen eye for fashion. I mean, even the handkerchief you handed me smells like... lavender, is it? It's just lovely.
Aw.
That perfume is a favorite of mine. I'm so glad you like it.
Even the fact that you thought to put perfume on your handkerchief is delightfully foreign to me. I'd never have thought of that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I would have either.
I'll gladly share some with you. You're welcome to come visit my room whenever you'd like. We can have tea and chat. How does that sound?
That sounds absolutely delightful.
That sounds really nice. Yes. Sipping tea and having a chat. It's unlike me, but it sounds lovely.
Wonderful. It's a date.
From now on, we'll meet up whenever we have time. We can go right now if you're free.
Yeah.
Oh.
She did just finish with training.
No need to trouble yourself and rearrange things for me.
It's no trouble at all. You'll never know if you're the type who enjoys chatting over tea if you never try.
Yeah, she's got you there, Ingrid.
All right, then.
That was nice. Who next? Let's see Felix and Ash. Yeah. Felix and Ash. Oh, hey, they have a shared ending. He has a shared ending with Dimitri, despite his dislike of him.
I must have left it in the library.
A book?
Oh, is that Felix?
Probably the book you left.
Hey, Felix. This is a surprise. I didn't think you had much interest in books.
I don't think he does.
I'm already finished with that one. You can borrow it if you'd like.
No need. I was just curious who it belonged to.
Yeah, Felix's interests basically sum up his sword fighting.
Why not read a few pages at least while you've got it open?
Sword fighting and training to sword fight.
The plot is pretty different from a typical knight's tale, but it's still really good.
He's literally beaming. I saw that.
Do you like stories about adventure and chivalry?
No, I despise them.
Yeah, it is. Chivalry is kind of what he hates in his father, I think, so...
Yeah, well, have you tried reading any? You might find them really interesting. I know I do.
What do you find so interesting?
Well, for one thing, the knights in these stories are always gallant and brave.
Felix will probably have something like yeah, they die in stupid ways, or...
And they always value things like friendship, loyalty, and justice. That's the kind of knight I want to be.
Oh.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Friendship, loyalty, justice. Only fools allow their lives to be ruled by such nonsense. Fools who get themselves killed for
There
nothing,
it is.
only to be celebrated as heroes in books like this.
Yeah. His brother's death really left a scar on him.
Writers of these stories are worse than tyrants. They seize control of people's thoughts.
That's a little much. I was only interested in...
I don't care.
Damn. Poor Ash.
Such blind enthusiasm is dangerous. Be more moderate in your passions.
Just accidentally barked up the wrong tree with Felix. Didn't know what he was getting himself into.
You know something, Felix?
Yes?
You are exactly like the knight in this story.
Huh. Really?
Excuse me?
On the surface, he's sarcastic and intimidating, but underneath, he's kind and cares for his friends.
Take that, Felix. Haha.
In the end, they become heroes together and conquer all obstacles.
That does sound like what's gonna happen with Felix.
Disgusting. Stop looking at me like that.
Never.
Oh, see, right there. That's just what I mean. You sound exactly like him.
Just give up, Felix.
I'm going to lend you this book, really, I insist. Just give it a read, all right?
Oh.
Trust me, and you can tell me what you think when you're done.
I hope you do, Felix.
Why is this happening?
You kind of brought it on yourself. Let's do Mercy and Ash.
Oh no, this isn't right. Now what am I supposed to do?
What?
What's the matter, Mercedes?
Yeah.
I accidentally made this food much sweeter than I wanted.
Well, I know a number of people who won't have a problem with that we could feed it to.
Let me taste it. Yeah, a little sweet. What if we try adding a few spices?
I mean, we could just get Lysithia and Net down here. They will absolutely eat it all up.
Huh? This is delicious. You're an amazing cook, Ash.
Or that works too. Good job, Ash.
My dad used to own a restaurant. I helped out a lot around the kitchen, even as a little kid.
Aw. I assume you mean you're, before Lord Leonardo.
Wow, that's a lot of responsibility to take on at an early age. No wonder you always work so hard. I might learn something if I watch you cook.
Maybe. Watching other people is a very good way to learn.
Well, no promises. I just have a little bit of experience, that's all. But look at you, you're great at baking cakes.
It's true that I'm quite good at baking, but I'm not the best when it comes to seasoning.
Ah. Well, always remember, you can always add more, but you can't take away. Guess that's the golden rule of seasoning.
Maybe it's because I don't like spicy food? It's tough to make food taste good when you don't enjoy it. I just had an idea. If the reason I can't cook spicy food is because I don't like it...
So, I don't know, I would say seasoning is a bit different than spices. Which you really can't just add after the fact for most of them. I guess you could, but wouldn't be as good.
Then all I have to do is eat some spicy food. If I learn to like it, then I'll be better at making it, right?
Maybe. I mean, I've done that with some foods.
I don't know, maybe. What makes you say that?
No. None of that matters. Once I've made a decision, I have to go with it. I'll make something spicy right away.
Go for it, Mercy.
Oh, this won't end well.
I don't say that. Well, probably right, but still, it'll be fun.
If I leave her to it, she'll make an even bigger mess.
Hey, Ash, which seasonings should I use? These ones?
Hold on, Mercedes. Let me show you.
Save her, Ash. Save her.
That one goes best with meat, but for stir fry, what you really want is this.
Damn, now I want some stir fry. Let's go Sylvain and Annette. Have I ever gotten this one?
Hey, Annette. Hitting the magic books again? Has anyone ever told you that you're pretty cute when you're studying?
Sorry, Sylvain, but I'm trying to think right now. Could you keep quiet for a bit?
Yeah.
How can you stay focused reading a book that thick? With such small print? Is some of that text upside down?
Probably not.
If I use the
formula in this line here, the magical energy should... No, that's not right.
Interesting that Annette and Sylvain do not have a shared ending.
You're even cuter when you're working through a difficult problem.
Sylvain, I'm serious. Please be quiet.
Yeah, Sylvain. Don't interrupt her studies.
Hang on. Look at the third line. You've got the formula wrong.
And Sylvain showing that intelligence he always likes to keep hidden.
I said be... Oh, you're right. How did you know that?
I think I have seen this one. Back in the Golden Deer.
Well, I mean, it's written right there.
Most people wouldn't be able to grasp this formula just by glancing at it.
I mean, Sylvain does have a talent for magic.
Have you read this book before?
Nope, this is the first time. Okay, now that I look at it, wow, this book makes things way more complicated than they need to be.
And what's your take on this part here?
It's just describing another application for the same formula. This is pretty easy.
That's actually a pretty common thing for textbooks to do.
You know, you're actually kind of amazing. I've been studying magic for a while now, but even I have trouble with this stuff. You act like all you do is mess around, but are you actually working really hard in secret?
No, I don't, well, no.
Nah, hanging out with girls is way more fun.
Yeah.
I guess I just picked this stuff up somewhere.
Guess so.
Life is short, Annette. If you waste it working hard, it'll be over before you know it. Get out in the world. Have some fun.
Annette, don't listen to Sylvain. I mean, yes, take breaks and have fun, but don't go to the Sylvain extreme.
That's easy for you to say. You're strong and smart without even trying. It's not fair.
Aw.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be rude.
No, I was just thinking you're pretty cute when you're sulking. You know that?
Just can't help himself.
What is wrong with you?
What isn't? Annette would be the easier question.
Hey, I just got lucky with that stuff in the book. I'd normally never be able to outsmart you.
Trying to be nice and backtrack and make her feel a little better.
Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here and leave you to it.
Got lucky, huh? I'm not so sure about that. Well, that does it. It might be tough, but I won't accept second place. Let's go, me. I can do this. I'm gonna finish this whole book before sundown.
Her little pep talks for herself are always amazing. Let's go. Fortunately, that means no more singing ones for now. So just the two more. In that case, let's do Mercy and Dedu first.
Dear Goddess, please protect us.
Mercedes.
Give her a second.
Oh, Dedu. Was there something you needed?
His Highness sent me to collect you.
Oh? For what?
I see. I'll be with you in just a moment. I'm almost finished here.
You were praying.
That she was.
I was. Praying for everyone's safety. And praying for good desserts tonight. And that my next exam goes well.
Of course, of course.
The Fodlan goddess will accept prayers of any sort.
Well.
It's true. I've thought the same thing myself. That reminds me, Dedu. Weren't you born in Duskur?
I mean, I don't think Sothis is actually receiving, but it's still probably good for the people anyways.
Yes.
Do the people of Duskur pray to the goddess too?
I wouldn't imagine so. Sothis is pretty explicitly the goddess of Fodlan, is she not?
Duskur had a very different view of religion.
Oh?
In Duskur, there were many gods. The sky had a god.
Oh,
the
it's
earth had a god.
Ah, shoot. Forgetting the name for it. Pantheism?
We made offerings to the war god for victory in battle. Held feasts for the sea god to calm the waves.
I mean, it's a polytheism, but is that the one he's describing specifically? I forget.
So your people prayed to different gods depending on what they needed?
Correct.
Your beliefs sound so different from ours. Tell me more.
Eager to learn.
Why? Duscur is a ruin.
Well, she's interested.
Duscur may be gone, but you're still here.
That he is. So it wasn't just defeated, though. It was completely eradicated then.
Would you tell me more about it the next time we meet?
Maybe even a genocide of some sort. Or something close, maybe. At least the way that Dedu describes it.
If you insist.
Really? That would be great. I'm looking forward to hearing more soon.
As am I.
Duscur is gone, but I'm still here.
Yes, you are. That was interesting. Dedu and Mercy. Interesting, he has extra supports with Annette. And finally, Felix and Dimitri. I'm sure this will be very pleasant and, they'll be very courteous to each other.
Hello, Felix. I see you're here to train as well.
Not very surprising.
Go away. Just looking at your face makes me want to retch.
God damn. I really want to know what specifically makes you hate him so much.
With that mouth of yours, you grow more like your brother every day.
Uh-oh. And...
Shut up.
Yeah.
And stop walking around on your hind legs. You're not fooling me.
I cannot fathom why you seem to hate me so.
Yeah, I mean, I have my ideas. But I'm really not sure.
Because I know what you really are. A beast, craving blood.
A beast craving blood, am I?
Is he, though? I mean, he does in the, some of the routes after the invasion, but pre-Edelgard's betrayal, he really doesn't seem like it.
I assume you're speaking of the events 2 years ago. Last time we met outside the academy?
I am.
What did you do, Dimitri?
The way you suppressed that rebellion, it was ruthless slaughter, and you loved every second.
Oh.
I remember the way you killed your victims, how you watched them suffer.
That would explain it.
And your face, that expression, all the world's evil packed into it.
Damn.
That was our first battle. I remember it vividly.
A different take on events, Dimitri?
Oh, something wrong? Go ahead and deny it, you wild boar.
I deny nothing, Felix.
Well then. I suppose the Dimitri I once knew died during that slaughter in Duscur, along with my brother.
Now, this is the, 2 years ago, so this is the Duscur, what they call it, the retaliation? The punishment of Duscur, or something like that? Which is where the, when they eradicated or destroyed Duscur, and probably in retaliation for the tragedy of Duscur, which is, I believe, when the king died. I think. Or no, maybe these are the same event. Because that does sound like tragedy.
Perhaps you're right.
I'm sure the events will be made clear.
Hurry up and get out of my sight. I don't make a habit of talking to beasts.
Oof. Well, maybe they'll come to terms. I think since they have a shared ending, they will come to terms. A new understanding. Well, it's quite a lot. But now it's time for some exploration. Whose other birthdays we have? Leonie and Yuri. And this month, I need to remember I can get people to come with me on my missions. I'll probably forget still, but hopefully not. Sothis?
A stone? A stone. I do not understand.
A crest stone?
Yet, as I think of it, the pounding in my chest grows faster still.
Oh, jeez. I don't know if that was on purpose, but I love watching her kick her feet like that. Reminds me of the Maiden in Black from Demon's Souls. But no, the pounding you're considering what the crest stone is. It's a bit ironic.
But is that me? Or is it you?
The pounding in my chest is effectively your heart that's pounding, though. I wonder if that's on purpose, a little foreshadow about that. Or is coincidental. Well, let's go, Nimbus. Let's go talk to, the Abyss. Two invisible fellas. There you guys are. Why is he still here? Oh, you know you love him.
Hey you, listen up. I've got something to report.
Yeah.
Actually, if I recall correctly, which is my job and passion, there were reportable happenings up top as well. That's why I'm still stuck with Mr. Backup. I'm still here by request of Lord Seteth. You can never be too vigilant.
Of course. And admit it, Abyss Keeper, you love the company.
Truth be told, I'm used to the guy by now. Not Yuri, though. He shoots him a pointed glare every time he walks by. How Yuri is that?
That is very Yuri. Very, very Yuri. Hello. Elfric set this whole place up for me. Or for us. Yeah, he did. Of course, thankfully in this version, I think he's not, he doesn't go crazy.
Elfric used to use his position in the church to look out for Abyss. He basically set this whole place up for us. Then some scandal or other forced him out. Gotta wonder what got the church so riled up.
Yeah. Well, in this case, like I said, I think it's a different sort of scandal. Kitties! Who do we got over here? Oh, Happy! How are you? Feeling a little happy? Yeah, the sword is nice.
Nice sword, Chatterbox. I like how it lights up. That's a neat trick.
I think this is the first time you actually get to hear her call you Chatterbox.
But now that you have it, the church is going to want to use your power for their own ends. Are you going to let that happen?
Oh, they're gonna try. And don't worry. No, I won't, Happy.
Good. Glad to hear it. You gotta think for yourself. You're too good to become one of their stooges.
Thank you for believing in me, Happy. See you around. Let's see. Right down here.
It's like this.
Ask you what?
The best fighter in Abyss? Balthus, probably.
Yeah, probably.
Yuri's definitely the most cunning. Constance is the strongest with magic.
And Happy?
The most dangerous of them all, though? Happy. You've heard the rumors, haven't you?
Hey, it's okay. She's not gonna summon a bunch of monsters. Probably. Poor Happy. Hey, Balthus. Wait. Where's Constance, then? Must be upstairs.
You're a busy one, aren't you? Always on the road. Being a professor seems like a tough gig.
I mean, maybe a little.
Back when I was first enrolled here, we rarely traveled. The Battle of the Eagle and Lion was about it.
And now missions on the regular.
This really stirs up the old memories. When I took part, my house lost. May have been my fault. It's hard to believe, but I was pretty rash back then.
Oh, I just don't believe it. You? Nah, you must be making it up.
Hey, think I can join in again this year? Bet you can pull some strings and make it happen, yeah?
Could, but how about we put a pin in that for now? Hello, Yuri.
Miklon. I know that guy. In Northern Fargus, he's pretty well known. And not in a good way.
Yeah, I imagine your underground connections would inform you about him.
The guy does what he pleases. Attacking towns in Margrave Gautier's territory relentlessly. Stealing food and even abducting women. I may be the leader of a bunch of thugs, too.
Wait a minute.
But I'm nothing like that slime bag.
Shoot, yeah, because obviously House Gautier, that's Sylvain's house. Is Rowe Ingrid's last name then? House Rowe? Sounds like you really hate him.
Hate's a strong word. It's more that I think I could lead his bandits in a better way.
Probably could.
Relic can turn a slimebag like Miklon into a knight.
Or into a monster.
I know you've got one of those shinies yourself, but don't go doing anything reckless.
Don't worry, Yuri. I won't. Roster. They probably don't give me the name. House Row. Nope, that's House Galatia. Row. Blethid. Fodarius. I don't have anyone from House Row.
It's like this.
Oh well.